between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Number 89 on the return.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Out.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Over.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. We got 4. Watch you now, Barney. Check it. Over. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch you now, Barney. Over. Check 99. Watch you now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Over. Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Watch you now, Barney. Shift. 51's the mic. Gun. Check. Over. Whip. Watch the whip.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Now Gordon on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All day, every day.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Guys, double tight. Even. Four down. Even. Check safety.
Now they try the right side here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Detroit! 51 the mic, boy, 51.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Kickoff return 27 yards.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 23.
Move. 3 down.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
They go with Chubb on second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Oh, yeah!
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Tight end left. Tight end.
Detroit.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's it. Big hit.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Take it, take it.
Over, over, over! Over, over!
58 to Mike.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
You better talk to your boy.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Under 10, 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down.
Over, 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 over!
Shift.
Over, over!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for
now,
here.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Crash. Go. Run. Yeah, baby. Woo!
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Check, 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Ringo.
2nd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Room to run past midfield. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He'll drop to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver. And it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Hey, we got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here.
No. Check. Patriot.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mike 52.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard!
Alert 3.
Gun!
Fresno.
Over!
Watch out.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That is right. Hey.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Check 50. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Jones on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
You got tight right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right. I got you.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Check 22.
No. Check. Patriot.
Six guy. Check.
Gun.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Motion.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
I got you, son.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Check.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Over.
Tight dog.
Detroit.
Mike 5'9".
Watch him now, Barney.
Hey, watch the slant.
Gun.
Check.
Watch him now, Barney.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, alert 3. Mike, check. 59.
Watch him now, Barney.
Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Check four.
Over.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check.
Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
Check number 19.
Back to throw here. Caught left side, Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Check 37. Watch twist. Hey, 58 is a mic.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Gun!
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
Deuce. Check the backer.
Gun!
58, boys. 58 is Mike.
Gun!
Check curls.
They're going to look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 11.
Barney. Watch you now, Barney. Gun!
They'll drop to throw.
Joker.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tighten up.
No. Check. Patriot.
Check 59, Mike. Mike to 59.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Watch the twist.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney.
A give. This is Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey, we got
Detroit!
On second down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Gun!
3 down.
Hot!
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Hot.
David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So out come the Chargers. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Over! Watch him now, Barney!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gun!
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun!
Check 31, check 31.
Gun!
Check your hot read.
Detroit!
Watch 52.
Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Are located along the stadium wall inside gates 2 and 7.
Leopard!
You got three down. 85 is coming.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tight, watch left.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Motion, 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 motion. Bumps off the helmet.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Chubb will get the call running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Who that?
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
3 down, 3 down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Over! Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Yeah.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Hey, watch this.
Over! Watch it now, Barney.
Check now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
3 down.
Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
59's Mike. Check.
Gun!
Crunch time, defense. Showing eight.
Over!
On the ground, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
59. Mike's 59. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
We got 4 down. 4 down.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 52.
Detroit!
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They pitch it to Chubb. fighting through. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Jones. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
No. Check. Patriot.
Crunch. Mike's 5'9".
Watch you now, Barney.
Here we go. Alert 3.
A toss play to Chubb. He can't get him down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams